Hi friend, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. In case the link isn't working, simply copy and paste the link into your web browser, hit enter, and you're good to go. Now let's jump into today's news. News headline: Rust Films set shooting, gun armorer's trial to start in New Mexico. News details: the trial of a person who was responsible for guns on the set of a movie in New Mexico is starting soon. This is where actor Alec Baldwin accidentally shot and killed a cinematographer last year. The trial begins on Wednesday, and they will pick the jury. Halyna Gutierrez-Reed, who is 25 years old, is facing charges of involuntary manslaughter and tampering. She is accused of loading a real gun with fake bullets and one real bullet. She then gave this gun to Alec Baldwin, who accidentally shot Halyna Hutchins during a rehearsal. The director, Souza, was also hurt by the bullet. Alec Baldwin, who was the main actor and co-producer of the Western movie being made in New Mexico, is also facing charges of involuntary manslaughter. If found guilty, he could be sentenced to up to 18 months in prison, similar to Gutierrez-Reed. Baldwin's trial date has not been decided yet, but like Gutierrez-Reed, he has pleaded not guilty. He says he didn't pull the trigger of the gun but only pulled back its hammer. Gutierrez-Reed's trial is expected to be closely watched by Baldwin's defense team because evidence presented in her case might also be used in his trial. Investigators discovered 6 live bullets on the set, including some mixed with fake ammunition in a gun belt worn by actor Jensen Ackles and in the bandolier worn by Baldwin. Recently, Judge Mary Marlowe Summer ruled that jurors could consider evidence from text messages showing Gutierrez-Reed consumed alcohol and drugs the night before the fatal shooting. Judge Summer stated that prosecutors successfully argued that the tampering and involuntary manslaughter charges were linked by the same conduct or series of acts. Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey argued that Gutierrez-Reed brought live bullets onto the movie set and didn't find them for 12 days. Morrissey said Gutierrez-Reed loaded one of these bullets into a gun, which was then handled by an actor and tragically led to someone's death. Prosecutors also claim that after talking to the police, Gutierrez-Reed gave what looked like a bag of cocaine to a witness and asked them to hold on to it. According to allegations, Gutierrez-Reed's phone shows she was smoking cannabis at her hotel during the filming. She allegedly texted a crew member saying, "I might go smoke in the jacuzzi soon." Another text mentioned, "Headed down to get high out back." At a hearing, Judge Summer mentioned specific messages where Gutierrez-Reed was allegedly smoking weed in her hotel room with bullets present and mentioned smoking in the jacuzzi. Prosecutors believe this connects her to the weapons tampering charge. They plan to argue that her potential hangover during the shooting could have contributed to her actions. The state also intends to use Gutierrez-Reed's cell phone data and police interview to show how her alleged drug and alcohol use influenced her negligence on the set. Gutierrez-Reed's defense team points out that no drug or sobriety tests were done right after the shooting. They argue she's being unfairly blamed for the accident and accuse prosecutors of tarnishing her character with rumors. Last year, Rust's first assistant director, David Halls, got 6 months of unsupervised probation for mishandling a firearm when he gave Baldwin the gun. Baldwin, charged with involuntary manslaughter in January, had earlier charges dropped. Prosecutors claim Baldwin's negligence caused Hutchins' death. Baldwin mentioned after the shooting that accidents can happen on film sets, but this was a unique and tragic incident. Baldwin originally said the gun fired when he pulled back the hammer, but not the trigger. This explanation will be examined during the trial, where different theories about the gun and its condition will be discussed. When the initial charges were dropped, prosecutors took the case to a grand jury for an indictment instead of refiling their complaint. Defense lawyers see this as a sign that the prosecution's case is weak. Nima Rahmani, a former federal prosecutor and president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, believes it's a weak case that Baldwin, with his extensive resources, can challenge. Rahmani also suggests Baldwin might not face much prison time if convicted. Legal experts note that the indictment allows prosecutors to focus on Baldwin's responsibilities as a co-producer of the film, giving them a chance to secure a conviction. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.